Hey, First Lady for Harmonic here, opening up the charts. Sunday, market's gonna open soon. There's been a particular pair I've been following, and something that has been brought to my attention over the years that I've been trading since I started trading is to just pick a pair, stick with one or two pairs, and learn that pair, and then analyze that pair, and trading will get much easier for you. So I decided just to pick a pair. I have three pairs, but GA is one of my pairs that I've been following for a couple of weeks now. I just wanted to make a video of, pretty much I removed most of my markups because I wanted to be a fresh, clean chart. I do have my quarter theory as the support and resistance method in which that I use here as well. Also have some other extra support and resistance that I use as well. Let me take this off. I'm not sure what is in there. But what I'm doing is just going to take a look at where we stand for the week with this particular pair. As you can clearly see, we've been on a downtrend for some time now. Well, let's go to the daily chart. I always want to start on the daily chart. Well, actually, on a Sunday, I pretty much start at a weekly chart and see how the week actually closed. So from my standpoint here, and I don't have the complete markup of all my quarters theory here, which I should have, but I don't. But that's neither here or there, and that's something that I cannot fix. But anyway, what we see here is that we're clearly on an uptrend. We're making higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. So technically, we still are in an uptrend, and the reason why I can say that is because from this area here, we're making higher. What's going on with this thing here? Let me change the color. That's what's going on. Let's change it to red. So we have a push up, a push back down, a high low, a push up, a high high, push back down, a high low, push up, a high high, push back down, a high low. And what we did was we came in this area here and just retested. We did not break below. So technically, in order for us to really be in a downtrend, we would have to break below this area here for it to really be a confirmed downtrend. So what that means is that price can actually push up here, come back down here, still be in an uptrend, come up here, and once it breaks down here, now we are confirmed to be in a downtrend. So what's happening is that it's creating lower highs and lower lows, and that's your actual confirmation that you are in a downtrend. You can come down here, create a lower high, and then come back down here and retest, and then make a higher high from this standpoint. Not really a higher high here, but from this standpoint here, higher than this high. But you're still in an uptrend. Understanding how to read market structure, the basis of it, it's very, very key in understanding what price is actually doing. Yeah, let me just get rid of all this this mess here that I made. So with that being said, as I'm looking at the market, weekly we close very bullish. We came down here, as you can see, for the week. We came down and we created a nice little, I would say, a hammer with a strong rejection from the sellers. The sellers were rejected strongly, and then we started to push up. Now this is the bearish engulfing candle that normally would have to be broken in order to say that buyers are technically really in control. So what I personally will do is I'm going to take and mark my nice little line right here as the color I use to stipulate for me that that's a weekly level that's marking. I use this particular color. And matter of fact, let me just put it at the wick. This price always seems to fill in the wicks. We know that, right? I hate when my lines are not too straight. So a little anal about myself. So right there, I'm looking for this candle to be broken, which means that I'm looking for price to come up, break it, retest it, and to continue going upwards. Again, right now, from this standpoint, we still are in a bullish variation. long as price does not break below this particular line and this quarter point psychological area, we are still very bullish from a weekly perspective. Now, understanding what time frame in which you are trading from, I'm very bullish from a weekly perspective. But as you can see from here, it's been on a downtrend from a lower time frame. So it all depends on what time frame you're actually trading from. So now let's go to the daily time frame. We're gonna go back down one. Now from a daily perspective, as you can see, we have broken, even though it's looking weekly, but we have broken support. And we have come back up to retest. This right here, once this is broken, my weekly level, this is the actual bullish. All this right here is the bearish engulfing candle from a weekly perspective. So if price actually comes up, breaks this line, I would say break this as well as my quarter point to retest and continues going up, we can say that we're still in an uptrend pretty much from a weekly perspective. From a daily perspective, we have broken structure. We have created lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, and then we came back up. From here, daily, I can see a small inverted head and shoulders. An inverted head and shoulders really indicates, from my experience, that it is a reversal of the trend. If you go down to the 4-hour time frame, you'll be able to see the inverted head and shoulders here. Left shoulder, right shoulder, head. So what's happening? So I'm going to do this. Let's bring this back over here. Let's try this again. Left shoulder, neckline, head, right about here, shoulder. It has already activated and broken this inverted head and shoulder, so it has been activated already. I don't know what's going on with my computer here. It doesn't seem to be acting right. Let's make this black. Make it a little thicker. It has broken the neckline of my inverted head and shoulders. So from that perspective, that's what I'm looking at. Okay. So we are above quarter point, 1775. Usually price moves from quarter point to quarter point. This purple line here that I have a level of resistance, which is where it's at right now, is 50% of my quarter points. So price can actually come up to 50% and then come back down again. Once we break down here, we'll be confirmed into a actual downtrend. So there's a lot that's actually going on in analysis, depending on how you analyze. Some people just use trend lines, and once it breaks, retest, boom, that's it. That's great. I use harmonics. It gives me a nice directional bias as to when I can get into the charts, as well as when to get out of the charts. Do I see a harmonic here? Particularly, yes, I do. If I go down to, let's see, if I go to the daily trend, let's see here. Now, like sometimes the lower time frame shows you a little bit more information as far as what price is actually doing. I do see a low. You see all these a low was created here, a low was created here, a low was created here, a low, and then it started creating higher lows. Looking at for a double bottom here, from this low here, we have the middle of the W, and then we have a double bottom. So I'm looking to see what type of harmonic this can be. I can't use this here because it would not be a significant impulse leg to start a harmonic. So all of this, all those, what they call a complex correction, which is when you have multiple pull down, push up, pull down, push ups. It's a complex correction, but technically this is all at the same time one impulsive leg. So what I'll do is I'll use this one impulsive leg here to see where we have come from a B perspective. So we have X, A, B. We have a 786 if you understand harmonics and how that plays out. A 786 is a butterfly pattern that ends at a 1272. And so therefore, my butterfly would look like this. X, A, come on with this thing again. X, A, B, B, C, D. So there's the butterfly. We also always need a level of confluence, Fibonacci confluence factor, whether it's going to be a zone or whether it's going to hit exactly. Now, usually it's a 1618 for a butterfly, and sometimes I keep my my little chart layout in the background so I can see what's what. So looking for a butterfly just to make sure. Let's see, where are we? Where are we? Butterfly chart. There we go. My ABA is a 1618 confluence factor. Okay, so A, I use my Fibonacci extension. A, B, A. Now, from 272, my D point, to the 1618. That is my PRZ zone, price reversal zone. That's what it's called. I'll put this for green, and look where it actually ends at. It ends at this wick, at this horizontal resistance line on the weekly. It's close to my quarter point. From a perspective of, let's go back to the daily time frame. Let me just remove this here. I'll go to the daily time frame. What am I looking for? Price has not come back to retest this area as of yet. It broke this low, came all the way down, broke this low, and now it seems to be coming back to retest this area. If I'm going to find out if this is a nice confluence area, a known area of rejection from a Fibonacci level, what will I see? So price could come up to 50%. I really would like to see it at 618, which price can do. There could be some news coming up. Price can actually shoot all the way up to 618 for various reasons, whether it's news, whether it's a fake out, and then give us a wick down. So all this area from here and here could actually just be a wick area. 618 is a very nice reversal area for banks, for the institutional trading, where they take profit or where they tend to maybe into the trade. So this is the area I'm actually going to be looking to take my trades from. This is where you need to watch price action as well. So this is what I'm going to be looking for next week up in this area. I'm looking for a sell. Right now, technically, we are in a downtrend. We've broken support. So now I'm looking for a reason for price to give me some type of selling signal that we are in a sell. And this is on a daily time frame. So I can go down to a 4 hour, possibly even a 1 hour, to get a nice entry using price action, a nice tight stop loss to take this trade and then take it down to probably about this area right here. This would be the area I'll be looking to take profit at. From an A, B, C, D perspective, X, A, B, C, and 618. 1618 would be my target. It would look something like this. Now the difference, what's going on here is that, it's something you have learning to watch and focus on the pair that you're trading is key, and understand there's a lot of patience that's involved in knowing what price is doing on your particular chart, where it could possibly go, having that trading plan, and sticking with your trading plan. Like right now, yes, we are in it from a lower time frame going up. You can go ahead and take a counter trend trade, CTT, counter trend trade, but you have to be very careful because technically we're in pretty much a downtrend. We're creating lower highs and lower lows. So the real moves are going to be made from a downtrend perspective. So the advice would be that even if you're scalping, scalp in the direction of the trading plan, which is a downtrend. So you're going to scalp only sells. You don't want to get caught in the trap of doing a buy and then actually miss the move because your mind has been manipulated from a buyer's perspective. So with that being said, this is what I'm looking for on this pair coming this week. I'm looking for a sell. Most likely, moves usually are made on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. Once a week, definitely there's a major move that's actually made. So you don't want to get caught in the trap, catching pips whenever you can and so forth. I mean, whatever you want to do is what you want to do. But this discipline that's needed, the focus that's needed, and that's not I'm not saying this because I've mastered it. I'm still working on it myself. But just pick a pair, 1 or 2 pairs, the max 3 pairs. And the reason why I'm saying this is as I'm learning myself, sometimes your pairs don't make the move. Sometimes it takes days. It sits and consolidates. It's building the liquidity so that it can make the move. But instead of you waiting around, knowing you were itching for a trade, we all itch for trades. Have a couple of pairs you're looking at because one of those pairs are bound to make a move. So you want to have a USD pair, you want to have a yen pair, and you want to have a cross pair. One of those 3 pairs most likely will make the move. There will be some type of movement in them. But just stick to those 3 pairs. Forget about what everybody else is doing and signals and let's check out this pair. If it's not your pair, don't worry about it. It's very difficult to do, I know. If it's not your pair, don't worry about it. Understand what you're doing. Understand how you're trading. Understand where the market's going. I use harmonics for my directional bias. Let's move this. I know that from a 4-hour perspective that my butterfly is about to reach its completion, so I'm looking for it's probably going to retrace down, maybe down into this area here, and then back up into my 618. Matter of fact, what it really is going to do is let me see where my take profit levels are. That's what I'm looking for. Let's say it is right here. It's probably going to come back down to this quarter point area. It may retrace back up to that 6.9 area and then come back down. I don't know. I have to wait and see what price does. But this butterfly has been validated. It broke my B point, reaching up into this area. I'll take the sell down, and then I'll watch price to see if it's going to go back up to that 618. 50% of the fib from the daily level. Not necessarily a well-known reversal area, but 50% is known to be significant. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark my 618 area is where I'm looking to really take my trade. Will be from this area here. I'm going to make it black. As you can see. And then 7, because still, even from this perspective, we're still in a downtrend. Once this high is broken, then we're going high. This is when I will look for any kind of buys until this area up here is broken. Anything below this area is a sell. Came down, so right here at the 786, price can even come up to the 786, to be honest with you. And where's my 786? Right at a quarter point. So here's another area I'll be looking at. So price can very well continue upwards until it's ready to make a move downwards. And when it makes that move downwards and you catch it, you're going to catch it. It's going to come down. It's going to break this B point right here. It's going to come down all the way. So you want to be able to catch it at the right areas. So again, the patience is needed. The anxiety of trying to catch this buy, I understand it. But I'm trying to teach myself, and anyone listening, the discipline of understanding what direction is price really going into. And all this buying here is also a trap, because that is not the direction. That is not the trend. And this is where the banks and everyone, the brokers, this is where they get everybody's money right up in here. Because what happens is we'll take you up for a couple of days. Your mind's all buy, but not understanding the bigger picture that we are not buying, we are selling. So just give me your money. Give me your money. So I trade from a 4-hour perspective as well. Once price gets up in this area, I'm paying close attention. Now, usually when price breaks my quarter point, retests, comes back down, and stays above it, I know we're going a little bit higher. And then I will be expecting my 718 to be the reversal zone, and that's where I'm going to be waiting for it, baby. That's where I'm going to be waiting for it at. So understand what's going on in the market. Technical analysis. Don't worry about the news. Don't worry about the fundamental analysis. Because remember, when the news comes out, people already know the news. The market makers and so forth, they already know what the news is. This is what they're doing. They're setting up the charts in advance for the news. So if you understand technical analysis and what's going on, it doesn't make a difference what the news says. It's going to work in your direction. And sometimes it can be very volatile and switch you out and so forth. So if you're not really confident, you don't have the risk management down, things like that, you want to stay out of that. But like when it comes to harmonics, most likely when news comes out, it comes out and it does a completion of a harmonic, and then it goes into the opposite direction or whatever direction the technical analysis is really in. So again, just before I end this video, I'm on a lower time frame right now, a 4-hour chart. You see that we're making lower. We still are in a downtrend right here. This would technically be the impulse move that needs to be broken. That high right there, right up in this area is a 786. This area is a 886. So we can, I have a feeling we're coming right up into this area here, the 886 area, which on a daily time frame is my 61.8. That's another level of confluence. We usually have a overshoot of a quarter point, a fake out of some type. So understanding that as well will let you know. So it's just an area to watch for, and remember that when you have to wonder, well, is it right now? Is it a sell right now price? If you understand price action is going to show you when it's ready to make a move. It's going to give you some type of pattern. It's going to give you some type of bearish engulfing candle. Let you know the sellers are in control. So that's just my analysis for this particular pair for this week. This is the pair that I personally am watching. Now, I do some other things, so I'm not always on the charts like I used to be. So it takes some real focus, and the reason why I use the 4-hour chart is because it gives me the opportunity to do all the other things that are more important and very important to me, and I don't have to be sitting on the chart. I know it's exciting to be able to sit on the chart and do a day trading, but it also can take away from the quality of your life and spending time with your family and doing things that's actually important. So just remember that, I know you can make unlimited amounts of money and so forth, but that is not the important thing. It's not the most important things, and you don't want to find that out when it's too late. So the key here is just being balanced and, learning to trade yourself. Signals and everything is actually great, but if you don't know what you're doing personally, when the signals go away or when they start losing for whatever reason, you can't really blame the person. You can't blame anyone else. Take the time to invest in yourself. If anyone is interested in learning, I am quite busy, but I'm trying to map out maybe 2 or 3 days so I can do some sessions with a small group of people. It's going to be a very reasonable price, one-on-one if necessary, but it'll be a different price for that. And if you're actually interested in that, just send me a message on my page. I'll speak with you. I want to find out where you are with your trading, and then we can come up with some dates and some plans. I am quite busy, but I will do this for you because I want everyone to succeed as well. All right, so I'm just going to end this here. I have to finish. I have 2 other charts I have to mark up because, like I said, 2 or 3 pairs, just in case your pair doesn't make the move in the time frame you would like it to. It's always good to have something else you're looking at. So until next time, hit me up.